these? I think they're plugged in. Are these working?
Right. Are these on?
Okay,
Okay, let's get into it. One thing we're always gonna get from somebody new. Y'all twins?
Y'all twins. Welcome to the Y'all Twins podcast. Hey everybody.
Hey y'all.
What's poppin'? So here we are, episode 2 of Y'all Twins podcast. How are you doing today, Sarte?
I'm doing great. Yeah, same old. What about you?
I'm doing good. I'm pretty excited. So first podcast with only one TikTok. We only created one TikTok. We got some views. So it was pretty cool. So everybody that listened to the last one, thank you guys. Shout out to you. Much love.
I appreciate y'all. It's exciting.
Because we literally, like I said, we only did one TikTok video, maybe told a friend or two, and our mom. And we got 4 subscribers, 24 views on YouTube, 6 to 10 plays on Apple, and 6 to 10 plays on Spotify. So
that's more than the 2 friends I told.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exciting.
It's all good. So much love to you guys. Today, I guess we were just titled today, sensitivity. We're going to talk about sensitivity, kind of a big thing. So I guess should we hop in?
Yeah, let's hop into it. Okay, to start this off, let's do an ask me anything. I'm gonna ask you something.
Okay, sweet. What's up?
Okay. Do you like or dislike surprises?
Okay, yeah. No, I would have to say, in the grand scheme of things, I like surprises because they make me feel, it's kind of like the delayed gratification, right? I really want to know now, but it's kind of like it's like working out, or it's like running, or reading a book. It hurts to not get the results I want now, but by waiting longer, the dopamine rush and the feeling of waiting and then getting that, it feels really good. So I would rather wait and then figure it out, because it just fills me with so much you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate surprises. So I didn't relate to that at all. I hate surprises. Me, even just knowing what I'm getting.
Yeah.
3 weeks in advance. I already know what I'm getting. I'm not going to get it for another 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'd rather know, say for my birthday, Mom knows you like surprises, so she doesn't tell you.
Okay.
Mom, 3 weeks before my birthday, she'll ask me, what do you want? I tell her, she said, okay, you're getting that. So I like that. I like knowing what I'm getting. Give me 3 weeks time. I'm going to get it. that makes me happy.
Okay.
I hate surprises. Everything about surprises, I don't like them.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. So you mean surprises, okay. So I was thinking of birthday or Christmas, but you mean surprises just completely out of the blue. You walk home and you got some flowers.
I guess that would be nice.
Okay. So what do you mean by not liking surprises?
I don't like to be surprised. I like knowing what's going to happen, what I'm getting, literally anything. I like to be prepared.
Like control.
I like control. Let's call it what it really is.
Let's just put it on.
I like to know what I'm getting myself into. Yeah, I really like to have control over the situation.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
I am a control freak, real bad.
A controller. Hey, that ain't no worries. I'm taking professional sales class at UCO, one of the top rated sales class or sales program. Yeah, in the United States. But one thing we're learning, there's just 4 different types of people. Well, there's so many different types of people, right? But for when it comes to sales, for example, there is a doer. That person just wants to get stuff done. Just let me know now. That's kind of there's a controller, and so controllers, what they want is control. They want control. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't want to be surprised. Tell me everything right now. Let me just get it right now. Let me think about it. Mm-hmm. Just control. Yeah. So
I don't know where that control freak came from.
Yeah.
I can't find the source of how I became a control freak, but I am literally any situation.
That's facts.
I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
If there's anything that needs to be done, I want to take control.
Yeah.
And get it done how I want it done.
Yeah.
And so surprises, I'm not big on them.
Yeah, I feel that. Just the way I feel how we are as just a generation. We've had a lot of surprises as a generation.
Yeah, and they give me anxiety.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
It gives me anxiety.
So I can see that might have to do with it. It's just like as
this
a
generation sucks.
Yeah, there's been so many things that happened to us since we're born of like surprises. So that could be it.
Yeah.
That definitely could be it. Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot. Like, can we talk about this past couple years?
Well, obviously, Rona.
Everything happened after
Rona.
that.
We had...
The election was a big thing.
The
death of George Floyd was a big thing.
We had black people. Well, they've always been being beat up.
But like now they have like the what's it called?
Like Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, they have the networking of it.
Okay.
And so like it's actually getting
everybody's
heard
posting now. Seeing how bad it is. Yeah, everybody's
and so like throughout all of those situations, no one had control, and that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to take care of a pandemic? Obviously, I can't, but like...
Facts. Yeah.
The thing, like, the death of George Floyd, everything, all the riots going on, like, people are blaming people left and right. Like, we talked about this before. Not having control over a situation, that makes me angry. Like, it gives me anxiety. Ooh, I don't like it.
Yeah. Nah, it is... I feel like there's benefits. There's also non-benefits. What I'm thinking is like when I'm driving and like I don't have control, and it is a problem. But driving, and I'm getting better at this, but like when somebody just but like when someone like cuts me off or something, you know, like instead of being like, oh, you know, I wonder if they're having a bad day or they're in a rush, I'm like, get out of my way, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to drive straight. If you mess with my driving, like I get a little. Oh,
I 100% relate to that. Like, there's only one person that I would ever trust to drive my car, and that's Ty.
Yeah.
Other than that, like if we're going anywhere, if it's not me or Ty driving, I'm not going. Like people stress me out. I like to be in control of a situation. I like to understand who's on the road because people are awful. First, they're not even awful drivers. They're just not me.
Yeah.
And they don't. I don't have me. If I'm sitting in the back seat, I can't help anything that's going on. Like let me be driving or in the passenger side with Ty driving. Like if it's not her, I'm not getting in the car.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So okay, bad. Well, surprises. So you don't like? Yeah, you don't like them. I think they're pretty cool. Yeah. But I mean, I do like having control as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think today we're going to really try to keep it under 30 minutes. I think that's what we're going to shoot for. Is to keep stuff under 30 minutes.
Something quick, something slight.
Yeah, because the attention span of people is really not that long. Or it's getting shorter, I should say. Some people have really good attention spans, but...
Especially starting out with a podcast, like...
Yeah.
Who's going to listen to a brand new hour-long podcast? Like, let's be for real.
So, instead of, like, having a fluffy... having a big fluffy loaf versus a dense loaf, sort of say... Where instead of we're just trying to talk a whole bunch, not give a lot of value, we're trying to have like a dense loaf. Keep it short, give you a lot of good stuff, everything you need, and keep it pushing.
Something you can get from it.
Yeah, we're going from 30 minutes. White bread to wheat bread. Ooh. You feel me?
White bread or wheat bread? I'm sorry.
Wheat bread, absolutely. 100%. Yeah, I mean.
No, but listen, there's this one loaf of bread.
The roof of my mouth.
There's this one loaf of bread, and I gotta get the white kind. It's like the thick slices, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay,
and it's like they got the flour sprinkled on top or whatever.
Yes.
That it just don't hit the same if it's wheat. I gotta have the white bread for that. But like that blue loaf of white bread, you know, the stuff Larry ate all the time.
Yeah, that was
stuck to the roof of your mouth type beat.
Yeah, and it was good then. It was good then.
It was
you know what I'm saying? If I'm going for a challenge, like I would go for that white bread. Cause it satisfies you. It satisfies you deep down, but yeah, but wheat bread, I have to go because it just gives you like more nutrients. I feel healthier. Yeah. And it has a taste.
But if I'm going for taste, give me that thick stuff.
That's it.
That's the good one.
Okay, bet. All right, so so let's hop in. So today, we're talking about
sensitivity.
Sensitivity, oversensitivity, undersensitivity, or insensitivity. We're gonna talk about things like we're gonna talk about that. Why if it's good, if it's bad, what lines there is between, sensitivity, non-sensitivity, or too much. How it affects us. Because we're pretty kind of equal on our levels.
When it comes to that.
Yeah, a little bit. So,
excuse me. So let's start with how we are when it comes to sensitivity.
How we are when it comes to sensitivity.
I feel we came up together. I'll just give you a little backstory. We were raised in a military household.
Yeah.
Like stepdad, retired sergeant major type beat. Like.
And farmer or farmer. Because I feel like that, you know what I'm saying?
That is a big thing
military
too.
plus farmer.
Yeah. So anyone who's lived in a military household knows sensitivity is not a priority. Like, feelings, emotions, not a priority, which is fine. Like, I'm low-key happy we came up that way, which might be bad to say because we're not the most sensitive people. But like you were saying, I would rather be insensitive than
on the
sensitive.
spectrum, yeah.
Like, on the spectrum of, like, a very sensitive person to somebody who's cold-hearted, like, I would rather be closer to the... Yeah. And that's bad to say, and I'm saying it out loud. I'm like, ooh, that's not the healthiest to say, but I don't like to cry about
But
things.
it is what it is.
You know, like...
It is what it is. I be watching, like, the TV shows, and, like, people just get their emotions messed with. They're all sad and stuff. I'm happy all the time.
Okay.
And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, like, if something, not good happens, I just push it away, and then I stay happy.
Keep going.
Yeah, so... But that does come with problems. There's a payoff there, so.
It does. I feel like I'm a very guarded person. I'm not necessarily insensitive to other people, but I am myself. Like, don't be mad about that. Sorry, that's like something slight. Like, there's no reason to be upset about that. Mm-hmm. So, because of that, we talked about this kind of last time. I have a problem with communication. Is because why would I talk about my problems with somebody else? I'll deal with it myself. So, therefore, I don't communicate with people very well. Yeah. So that's a problem that comes with insensitivity. What do you think about that? Are your communication skills good? Mm-hmm. Well, good for you. How are they good? Please enlighten me.
Well, so one thing is, I took 2 years of my life to really focus in on communication and knowing myself. And so that helped. I watched tons of YouTube videos and stuff. Mm-hmm. Also, so there's like the art of communication, and I worked for this company called Vector where we sold Cutco, and I had to be really good at communicating that way because our main thing pretty much like is if you're selling something, we did relationship selling where like I talk with somebody, I try to figure out what their problems are in the kitchen, knives. And then I just try to help them with their problems in the kitchen. So you have to get good at hearing people and like active listening to them, and then like trying to active listening, trying to see where they come from and stuff like that. So that really helps. I also just learned like communication tips, like giving people like this or that options when asking the questions. They're like, where should we eat? Like, would you rather eat fast food or would you rather dine in? And it's just easier for people to make decisions that way. And then I listened to a lot of like relationship audiobooks to understand how men and women think, and just a lot of psychological stuff. So
that's something I need to work on.
Obviously I'm not great, but I understand just kind of like the rules and laws and how a little bit the art of communication.
Communication is hard for me personally. I can listen to somebody all day long. You can communicate with me, I'll sit here and listen to you. I got you, babe. But when it's my turn to talk, how was your day? Yeah, it was good. Like, what'd you do today? Like, what's the good and the bad? Yeah. Like, overall, it was fine. Like, communication is hard. I don't like it.
It is tough. And another thing that helped me was thinking, okay, I want to know what you're thinking. Because if I don't know what you're thinking, I'm going to be guessing. I don't want to guess. Mm-hmm. So I want to give that back to people and just let them know what I'm thinking. So nothing gets construed or they're not over here guessing or overthinking. Because I'm gonna just tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, if it's good or bad. So I would just rather have them not guessing and figuring out and making their own story about me. So I'm gonna just tell you what it is. And I figured that helped me out a ton.
That's true. Yeah. This is off topic. I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to be staying on track. I'm a nonchalant person. Yeah. That might be the problem.
That could be it.
I want people to try to learn me without me having to put anything out there.
Got you. Yeah.
And so, like, because if I'm nonchalant, I'm not telling you anything, but you're still trying to get to know me, that speaks a lot.
Do it and, like, think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and especially for my thing, too, is, like, I'm a nonchalant person who, like, tends to go for nonchalant people. And so I match energies. So if you don't want to tell me nothing, I'm not going to tell you nothing either. Like, I'm not a one-sided person. Yeah. I found like my communication with good communicators is really good, but I tend to go for men who are not good communicators. That'll do it. That's like how I feel comfortable. So I'm trying to get out of that cycle too, because like if you're not gonna tell me how your day was, I'm not gonna tell you about mine. That's you know, like I'm not gonna put just one side in this relationship. Yeah. But that's bad too.
It is, but to be honest with you, so I mean, I feel like there's something powerful, or there's something different. I feel like a man should try to understand a woman. You know what I'm saying? So if they're not trying to understand you, then I want to do that either. I want to do that
Right.
either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like a man should be chasing a woman. There should be like equal chasing, but like men should be initiating a lot.
One
more.
thing I've
So if they're not doing
always
that, then
I heard once, and I stand by that. And like, this isn't saying like women are more important than men, but in a relationship, the man should love the woman a little bit more at all times. What do you think about that? Just because like women, we have the ability to love so strongly and so like passionately. So if your man loves you even more than you love him, oh, he's got to love you. Like, he's got to be in love with you. Because that comes easy for a woman. It's like women are nurturers. Like, they are the givers and the nurturers. So that's easy for us to give that man that love. For men, it's not so much. And so if he loves you more than you love him, oh, y'all are locked in.
Locked in. From a healthy, like if both people are healthy, I think that's the way to go. If both people are healthy.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If it was a toxic relationship, then no. But
Yeah. Because, things can get pretty messy then. But I think, just from a man's point of view, I think they should. I think that they should. Yeah. That's something good. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We're on the topic sensitivity. We got kind of sidetracked.
Yeah, gosh dang. It's gonna take a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
to stay on track.
Sure will.
But we gonna do it. We're really gonna do it. So we kind of are bringing military background. We were raised on a farm where you almost kind of have to desensitize yourself to survive, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, we raised these cows, our very first cows, raised them up, and then like when they got old, what you do as a farmer is like when they get old, you eat them.
You either sell them or eat them.
Yeah, and so like we had them until they were just that old, and like
they were pets. Like those were our little.
Yeah, and
those were our people.
So you eat them. Also, like other things, like you have raccoons eating your favorite chickens and stuff. So you just kind of
like you're constantly around like.
Yeah.
You desensitize yourself.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, we grew up watching like war movies and like stuff like
Facts and laughing, all that stuff.
One show we watched as a family, like at the age of 10, was Bones.
Yeah,
we would watch that 24/7, like 5 episodes a night type thing.
People,
And that is it's not even like a crazy show, but like definitely watching that and then waking up the next morning, go kill a cow. Like you learn to desensitize yourself from things like that. So
yeah, but the whole time it was weird because like the whole time, and this is weird because that was like the happiest time of my life is like when I was young, and like it took obviously once I desensitized myself, I was so happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something because like happiness over sensitivity.
What's the line between, because you do need to be sensitive, and sensitive and empathetic. Like I do feel like that's something you need, especially in this society.
Yeah.
This is a very sensitive society we live in.
Soft.
Yeah. And
soft.
So that's not even a doubt.
Let's be honest.
And so you do have to have that capability to be sensitive, but at the same time, I would rather be insensitive. So what is the line between that?
Right. Yeah, man, I think that's a hard one because like I know that I'm not as sensitive, I guess, as a healthy person should be, but maybe it might be. What is your like definition of like living your best life? Living my best life is happy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like if I'm just trying to be happy out here.
Yeah.
So I could be sensitive, but it comes at the cost of. But what if it comes at the cost of being happy? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because for me, like, say something happens to me. Like, what's an example? You got ghosted by someone.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I could think about it for a day and wake up the next morning perfectly fine, back to my healthy self, like healthy, happy self.
Yeah.
For some other people, they're going to let that break them down for like a good month until they bounce back.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I would rather be insensitive for the fact of my own feelings, for like the cost of my own feelings, because shoot, I'm out here. I'm a G when it comes to that. Like, you ghost me, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. Like, that's so perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think, I don't know. That one's
tough. Something I'm learning, especially like, because we're pretty lonely people. Mm-hmm. And not like lonely, we're alone.
We just rather be.
And happy, and that's fine.
By ourselves.
For me, being around people has helped me be more sensitive.
Okay.
Not for the fact of myself, but for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because like used to, I would look at somebody like, you're really crying about that?
Yeah.
Get it together.
Come on,
like,
man.
come on now, get it together. But now I'm like, okay, to a normal person that would hurt a little bit. So I'm a little more empathetic towards that. So I guess that's fine. That's the line that I think is okay. You need to have that capability to be sensitive for other people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to live in your house by yourself all the time, because then it doesn't matter. But as social people, because we do need to be social.
We do need to be social.
We need to be empathetic a little bit. Just to understand where other people are coming from. Even though that situation might not have hurt us or me, okay, I at least see where you're coming from.
Right.
But I'm not going to let it hurt my feelings. That's when I'm going to become a little cold-hearted, guard up.
That's it. Yeah. So I know from a man's point of view, and so we could hit this topic because this is probably the last one that we have time for. As a society, men are, not all men, but kind of a societal thing. Men believe that they need to be not sensitive and be tough. And so, yeah, what do you think about that?
The psychologist in me, the psych major in me, says that's bullcrap. Everyone deserves to feel their feelings.
Yeah.
From the farmer girl, military daughter in me, I understand that. And that's so bad to say.
Yeah.
Because I know the healthy response is men, just as women, have the right to be, they have a right to their emotions. They have a right to feelings. They don't need to have their guard up.
Yeah.
But the roots in me, like we were talking about with Kaylee, like it aches me a little bit to see men cry. But that's awful. That's awful. And that's something I'm working on. Like that is such a bad thing to say.
Yeah.
Because I do know men definitely have the right to feel emotions just as women do. But in the society, especially within the black community, you better not have feelings. You better walk out with a smile on your face. Like you better not let anyone know that you're going through something.
That's true.
So I think it's bullcrap.
It's bullcrap?
Yeah, I think everyone needs a little therapy in their life.
For sure.
I really do.
It's,
oh my gosh, you go to therapy? That's so weak of you. No, you need to go to therapy. Like, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's good to be healthy.
One thing mom told me, she was like, I used to go to therapy, this, and that. Even after I was healthy and healed and happy, I still went to therapy. It's a good thing to do. Yeah. I think therapy should be free.
Should be like free?
Yes.
Should be more affordable.
Definitely more affordable. Yeah. I would never pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm literally, that's the profession I'm pursuing. I would never pay for therapy.
Nah. Cause it
is too expensive.
Like as a country, because everyone's like, oh, America's great. And like, if we want to continue, if we want to grow as a country, let's say, I'm not going to, the stance on where we are as a country, you know what I'm saying? That's very subjective. Some people think it's great. Some people think it's bad. But I do know if we want to grow as a country, the mental health is big, because I know that the mental health of a lot of Americans is not good. So if just our people, like, you know what I'm saying, people up there, if they want, which who knows if they even want us to be healthy, there's a lot of speculation on that. If they want us as a country to grow, then yeah, I think that they should make it more affordable. Or,
they would help with our mentality.
That's it.
But they don't want us happy. They don't want us happy or healthy.
Yeah.
But I was going to say something. Off of that.
Well, I'll tell you my point of view real quick.
Okay,
so from a guy's point of view, and I think it all depends on your worldview, right? So if this world was perfect and everybody was nice, it'd be so easy for men to be it'd be easier for men to become sensitive and all that type of stuff. Unfortunately, we still got people out here that are going to do bad things. Bad things are still going to happen. If you're sensitive, well, I guess it becomes, so what I'm thinking is overly sensitive, but I think that... even
sensitivity at all, like, if a man is sensitive, he's viewed as weak.
Yeah.
And, like, we're talking about, like, insensitive compared to overly sensitive, but even being in the middle, or even just having a little sensitivity, like, a man is viewed as weak. And and that is definitely part of the society. That's not even the current society we live in. That's been since the beginning of time. Yeah.
So I think maybe a very healthy thing would be for men to be emotionally intelligent. So for example, if something bad does happen, like let's say we have to go to war, if everybody's if they're controlled by their emotions, then, you know, they'd be all like scared and stuff like that. I feel like if you got to go to war, you got to push some emotions down.
Yeah.
You know, all right, you at least need to be like, all right, this is what's happening. This is what I'm feeling, but we ain't got to worry about that right now. So maybe it's more of a matter of fact of men becoming more emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence.
Even for women too.
Women too, yeah.
Women have the stereotype that we are too emotional.
Yeah.
Too sensitive.
Okay.
You know, and men have that stereotype where
They're not enough.
having that is a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, for women it's a bad thing to be too emotional, this, and that. But it's normal. But for men to even have that at all, that's not normal. Like, that's a bad thing.
Right.
So just finding that balance of, that's where emotional intelligence comes in. Like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. That's fine. It's okay to be angry. Like what we were talking about. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad about this. Let's figure out how we can fix this emotion, how we can move past it, not cry about it for 3 months.
Not let it control you.
Right,
also.
right. And that's okay. If you're crying about something for 3 months, that's fine, but don't let that emotion take over.
Yeah.
Don't let that emotion control your life, because that's
big
when it becomes
thing.
a problem.
Yeah, when people think of sensitivity or oversensitivity, is you see like people getting mad and doing crazy things because they're being controlled by their emotions. So.
And one thing that I have found, so say like overly sensitive people who just snap like that. Like you can do one thing and they're angry and they're sad. Yeah. That's probably because it's probably from some past trauma, honestly, like from your childhood. You never took care of that situation years ago. So now all of this stuff is building up and you're easy to break.
Yeah.
You're easy to get angry really quick. If you just take care of that then and there, you should be good by like, give it a couple weeks. You'll be fine.
That's it on me. So let's go with the final conclusion about worldview sensitivity or sensitivity on a world scale. Would you say that it's fair to say that when it comes to sensitivity within individual people in the whole world, we just need to get more emotionally intelligent to where we're not ruled by we know what we feel, but we're not ruled by our emotions, and we can control them or have some control over ourselves.
Yes.
So emotional intelligence.
Right, and one thing that's helped me with
just
that,
knowing yourself.
because I'm not your typical woman. I view life like a man.
Pop sis, yeah.
Right, exactly. Right, like I literally, like I said, like I'm the nonchalant, insensitive character. Like I literally give off masculine energy. Yeah. So one thing that helped me become more feminine, or like vice versa, because I do feel like you need a balance of feminine and masculine energy.
In this world, you got to.
100%. Yeah. Would to learn about emotional intelligence, and one thing that helped me was podcasts, YouTube, books. Like I was constantly learning, how can I process my emotions in a healthy way? How can I get past this in a healthy way? This, and that. Yeah. But it was a journey. Like it's not something I just picked up in one day. Right. I've been working on my happiness and peace of mind for years now, and I'm still not even there. Yeah, like I still got problems I'm dealing with. Like, and I find those problems every day. Okay. I thought I was good, but now I'm figuring out, I'm awful at communicating, like this, that. Okay. So that's what sucks about it. And like you said, you have to be intentional with it every single day. You have to wake up and say, okay, I'm going to have a good day. Facts. This, that. I'm going to work through my emotions in a healthy way. That's it. And that's why it's hard. Yeah. Okay. But hey, if you want it done, it's going to get done.
It's going to get done.
Eventually.
All right. Yeah. So that's it. So, all right, people. Yeah, y'all heard it. I guess when it comes to, if you think you're sensitive, not sensitive enough, if you think you're perfect, you think you're a narcissist, you still need, wherever you are. Yeah. It's important to, emotional intelligence, to figure out your feeling and be more emotionally intelligent. So I know there's a lot of good books, podcasts out there. Maybe we could drop some in the bio, or we could drop some in our description.
One that's helping me for the ladies, if you're watching, one that I've really liked listening to is what's it called? Oh no, what's it called? It's by the B. Simone. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay, well, for the men out there, if you're trying to figure out what women, like, kind of their mind, because I know it's completely different, one that I really recommend would be Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I think I talked about this last one, but it's really cool just to, the author, can't think of the name, but he goes into really great detail about what men think and what women think and why we feel the way we feel and stuff. So it does a lot with emotional intelligence and stuff like that. So I would go, that'd be my recommendation. For
the ladies, my podcast would be the Know For Sure podcast.
Know For Sure.
It's really a podcast. They talk about a lot of issues in relationships, friendships, this, and that. And I feel like there are a lot of sensitive topics that someone who would not be like emotionally mature,
Okay.
they would get their feelings hurt over. But it's like, how can we grow from this? You know, like let's talk about this in an intellectual way and figure out the root of the problem rather than just crying about it. You know.
Okay.
So that's a good one. No For Sure podcast.
No For Sure podcast. I bet if we were to recommend an anime, what would it be?
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. That's for sure.
That's a really good one.
Demon Slayer.
What's his name?
Tanjiro.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Because he is a very emotional guy. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's going to get done what needs to be done.
He gonna get stuff done. That's it.
He's full of love, passion, but he going to beat some booty when needs to be.
Yeah, man, that dude is freaking amazing.
I love Demon
The
Slayer.
new season is coming out next year, 2023. I'm so excited for that. Yeah. All right, well, I think we need to wrap this thing up. It's getting dark in here. We ain't got no LEDs or anything yet.
Check back in next week.
Yes, check back in. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next week, man.
Okay.
That's it. Yes, sir.
Funky dokey. Yeah.